This video is for developers working with Hyperledger Fabric, especially those who want to seamlessly deploy onto IBM blockchain platform. You'll see a demo of the new IBM blockchain platform extension for VSCode. It's open source and free for any developer to install from the marketplace. Right now, the extension is in beta, with new features being added rapidly. Our vision is for it to become the perfect developer tool to partner with IBM blockchain platform, which offers a suite of powerful operational tooling and plans suitable for anything from first project to multi-organization production network. Before we start, we should define a couple of key terms. Firstly, smart contract. Smart contracts determine what a given blockchain network does. Once instantiated, they define the way data is stored on the ledger, and they provide the transactions that can be used to interact with it, querying or updating it, for example. They are written by developers, packaged up, then deployed into a blockchain network. Unless you develop and deploy a smart contract, your blockchain network won't know whether to track the shipment of goods or help traders buy and sell valuable commodities. Secondly, client apps. Once you've deployed a smart contract and your blockchain network is ready for the inevitable storm of commodity trading, client apps are the ones that will call the transactions in the smart contract to interact with the ledger. They'll do so via REST APIs or client SDKs. We'll show a demo of the end result in this video, but for more detail on client app development, please read the accompanying blog linked in the description. The IBM Blockchain Platform extension can be found by searching for blockchain either in VSCode's built-in extensions panel or via the online VSCode marketplace. Once you've got it installed, the extension enables you to create a new skeleton project, develop a smart contract, package the smart contract, start a local Hyperledger Fabric runtime, and deploy the packaged smart contract for local dev and test. Now, over to our developer expert Rob for a demonstration of using the extension to develop a blockchain network for commodity trading.
We begin by creating a smart contract package using the command palette. The first thing to do is to edit the package.json, confirming the name of the smart contract and supplying a description. The next task is to edit the provided smart contract template and code up our 4 simple transaction examples. Note here that we require the Fabric Contract API package and that we are extending the contract class. Let's remove the template functions and start with a clean slate. First, the function which will be called when the smart contract is instantiated. In this example, it's just printing to the console. Let's create some basic data to set up the demo. We're using the put_state method to write data to the fabric. And as a commodity trading sample, we're creating a gold commodity, a wonder drug commodity, and 2 traders, solid investor and risky trader. The data is being written to the ledger, starts as JSON objects, and is then stringified. Let's now add a simple read function to check the quantity of a commodity that we hold. We're using the getState method available from the smart contract context to read the data, and then passing the output into a JSON object. The last of our 4 sample functions is the trade function, where we trade a commodity to a new owner. We get the data from the ledger, check it's valid, and then put it back with the new owner. That's it, our really simple smart contract is written. Let's save that. Going to the IBM Blockchain Platform extension via the icon, we will add a new package based on our project. We're now ready to deploy. We're going to be connecting to the local fabric for developer testing. We can toggle this into dev mode and then start it. Now the fabric is running, we can install our smart contract on the peer and then instantiate it on the channel. The instantiate will take a few moments. Let's have a quick look at the client app used to submit transactions. The new Fabric Network module provides a higher level API to submit transactions using far less client code. There are 4 steps to get set up, then submitting a transaction is a simple one-line call to the smart contract. Developers who have worked with earlier versions of Fabric will really appreciate the single-line call to submit transactions. Here are the 4 setup steps. Step 1. Select an identity from the file system wallet. Step 2. Connect the gateway using the identity and a connection profile. Step 3. Get the network channel for the gateway. And Step 4. Get the smart contract from the network channel. Here are the single-line calls to submit transactions through the contract. Setup demo has no parameters. The test data is hard-coded into the transaction. Check quantity has a single parameter, and trade has 2 parameters, the commodity and the new owner. It's that simple. 4 setup steps, and then a single line to submit a transaction. The Fabric Network module is available in Hyperledger Fabric 1.4 beta and later versions. That's it. We have written a client program to exercise the smart contract. So let's look at the console output. We can see that the contract has been instantiated. The exercising program calls the demo setup, check quantity, and trade transactions.
We saw Rob create a new skeleton project, develop a smart contract, package the smart contract, start a local Hyperledger Fabric runtime, and deploy the packaged smart contract for local dev and test. Rob used a client app he'd developed to then submit some transactions to his blockchain network. We'll be working on features to support you in your own client app development in future releases of the extension. Talking of releases, at the time of writing we've already done 5, and very importantly, releases come with Conga comics, so check those release notes. Also, we're working on new features all the time to support the latest additions to the Fabric programming model. You can check out all the open issues and discuss them with the team on GitHub. So what are some of those latest additions to the Fabric programming model? Check the description of this video for a link to the accompanying blog where we'll tell you about developer features available in the Fabric version 1.4 beta. Thank you for watching. Remember to install the VSCode extension to try it out for yourself, and check out the rest of IBM Blockchain Platform when you need to run smart contracts in the cloud.